My name is George Whitfield, and I drove up here from Goldsboro today.
George, let that mic help you a little bit, but this wind's taking it away.
I'm George Whitfield from Goldsboro, North Carolina, and I knew Charlie Bishop before any of you. Charlie Bishop and I played high school athletics against one another. From 1951 through 1954, he played for the Washington Pan Pack, and I played for the Granger High School Red Devils. He was a great athlete in high school, but nobody today has said anything about three guys that I think helped form the type of person that Charlie Bishop was. Choppy Wagner coached him in football. Bill Pappy Swill coached him in basketball. And Pete Everett. Charlie played all three sports. And the last time I visited with him, we went to a 72 class reunion up in Southern Pines. And we sat there for 2 hours talking about the old days when we were both players in high school. And wouldn't you know, he went to East Carolina and I went to East Carolina. And I went to coach in Goldsboro and he went to coach in Hammond. The best thing that Charlie Bishop ever did in his life was marry Dolores. You've got to have been a coach for a long time to realize what a good woman means to a coach. There is nobody that ever coaches for a long period of time and is successful in their trade that doesn't have a good partner at home. You can't do it. It's impossible. Don't even try it because it's never going to work. So in 1967, Mr. Haltenwanger was the principal at Hamlet High School, and Carson Oldham was getting ready to take his place. Carson was coaching baseball there at the time, so he called me and wanted to know if I was interested in coming to Hamlet. Well, we had just gotten a good program going in Goldsboro, and so I told him no, that I appreciated the call, but I didn't think that I would do it. After about 20-some telephone calls one morning, I'm sitting there eating pancakes, and my wife answered the phone. She said, "It's Carson Oldham again." He said, "George," he said, "I found you a house. Your Kinsman's Lake, and it's not complete yet, but it can be completed in a few months, and I want you to come up and look at it." Long story short, I ended up in Hamlet with Charlie. One of the greatest things that ever happened to me. I helped him coach football and basketball, and I watched him take a track program. You talk about a backwoods track program. How he had to walk off that track at the old Hamlet High School was unbelievable. I mean, it couldn't have been any worse. Could not have been any worse. But he made it into a champion. He made it into a champion for several reasons. First, he had Dolores as a great partner. He worked harder than anybody else. Never saw anybody that put in more hours of hard work than Charlie Bishop did. The third thing, he loved his kids. Very loyal. Not only a loyal father and a grandfather and a great-grandfather, but he loved the kids he coached. He loved the coaches that coached with him. We had a lot of fun. I miss him. We'll always miss him and remember the great times we had. And I did want to give Coach Wagner and Coach Swill and Coach Everett credit because somebody had to get him excited about athletics. And it was those three guys. And I know he would want me to give credit to them. And Charlie, I'll miss you, but I'll see you someday, buddy.